Some cyclists relish solitude when out on a ride, while others enjoy a good chat. Wendy and I solve the problems of the world during our rides. But when couples ride together, there can be challenges. Someone may be left behind due to a mechanical, the one ahead may decide to go off route to look at something, or one could suffer from poor hearing. One viewer, Doug, asked how Wendy and I communicate when out on the bikes. Well, here's a quick demonstration.
Slow down!
Right!
Yeah, you're
Wrong
going too
way!
fast. So yeah, that's how we do it.
Of course, that's not what Doug had in mind, so I researched the market for a suitable comms system for cyclists, and I discovered that the market leader in cycle and motorcycle communication is a company called Sena. So I contacted Sena, explained Doug's question, and they recommended their C1 comms helmets as a starting point, and they sent over a pair to test. Now, Sena make a whole range of communication systems, another of which I'll touch on later. But for now, we'll concentrate on the C1 helmets. They comprise a microphone in the top front of the helmet, and a pair of speakers are attached to the straps. Now, I wouldn't have entertained an on-ear or in-ear speaker system, as I consider these unsafe while riding, as they can block out vital sounds such as approaching traffic. But these twin strap-mounted speakers allowed exposure to the sounds around me while still giving clear sound from the other helmet user. Connection is via Bluetooth, and the range is claimed to be up to 300 metres, but I'll talk about the reality of that shortly. Pairing is simple and effective, either via the Sena app or the helmet buttons. And as well as connection to another C1, the helmet can be connected with up to 3 others, so it's ideal for small groups of friends. You can also make and receive mobile phone calls through the helmet, which could be very handy for those Friday afternoons when working from home. You can also play music, listen to sport or podcasts, or receive audible GPS directions. Setup and control is really simple and can be via the Sena app or a combination of helmet buttons. There's a useful, if not overly bright, built-in rear light which has 3 modes. There's steady, there's a brighter day flash and a night flash. But bear in mind that in the UK you wouldn't be able to use just that helmet light as your sole source of lighting. The C1 is aimed at between 2 and 4 riders, and there are plenty of reviews on YouTube demonstrating this. However, I decided on a tougher test. Mike and I were taking out a group of 13 riders on a guided ride. At just under 50 miles and with varying rider ability, it was going to take a lot of effort to keep everybody safe and together, as well as minimising obstruction to other road users. Communication on a guided ride would normally involve the rear leader racing ahead to the front, not only to control the junctions, but also to report a breakdown or a split in the group. So we were hopeful this direct communication would help. And here's how that test went.
So we've got a right turn coming up, Mike.
I can't get past the shop behind
You
me.
don't worry.
Follow group is about 200 metres behind.
I tell you what, I'm going to pull in at this pub,
Okay.
let the truck get by.
Yeah, no worries.
There's some cars coming as well, we'll let them by as well.
When the cars go past, I'll go up and mark the junction.
Thank you.
Coming past. Clear.
Thank you. Right, we've got a big lorry up ahead with hay. We're pulling on the left.
Roger that. Clear.
Straight across.
Clear.
The claimed operating distance of 300 metres was achieved, but only when there was a clear line of sight. We were mostly operating at 200 metres apart, and there was no break-up whatsoever, except when line of sight was separated by buildings or dense objects. We were both impressed by the quality of the sound, especially as it was a windy day and there was no wind noise at all, which is due to the built-in noise cancelling active noise control system. To record the sound you heard as accurately as possible, I attached a microphone in the same position as my ear, so you heard what we could hear. The Bluetooth connection allows fully duplex communication, which means there's no cutting in and out when somebody speaks over you. But it is always active, and this can create a challenge when in a group, as the other user hears your conversation with riders around you. In reality, we soon got used to this, and in fact we quite enjoyed eavesdropping on each other's conversations. The helmet itself is comfortable, it's well ventilated. From a safety aspect, the C1 meets all relevant worldwide standards, so protection is assured. And while the helmet is comfortable, I did find the straps tricky to adjust to my preference, but I got there in the end. Thankfully, I couldn't get one for Wendy, as they currently only make the C1 in a large and medium size. While this is a relief, as otherwise there'd be no escape from her singing, it does mean Sena are missing out on the child market. Parents riding with children would benefit greatly from improved communication. Having said that, there are other options available in the Sena range, and these include a comms system that can be used with existing helmets, so I'll try to get hold of a set of these to test. Our blind cycling buddy Charles has rigged up his own system to allow comms between him and his 12-year-old pilot daughter Emily, and they use these when they're riding their tandem. They say it's made a huge difference to their rides, where clear communication is essential to keep them safe. Back to the C1, it is rechargeable via a supplied USB-C lead, and the claimed talk time per full charge is 10 hours, or 6 hours when using the lights as well. As you saw, we tested the C1 system beyond what most would use it for, and it proved a great asset, so Mike and I will certainly be using them on all future guided rides. In terms of warranty, Sena provide 2 years, and that's both on the helmet and the electronics. Colours are fairly limited, you've just got matte grey and matte white, but they do look very good. So if you feel that you would benefit from better communication with a ride partner, then it's well worth looking at the Sena range, and I'll pop a link to their website in the description below. So I hope you found that useful, and if you did, I'd be grateful if you'd leave a like, and if you like this sort of content, please consider subscribing, it's totally free. And of course, just like Doug, if there is anything you would like me to test and review, please let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching, and until next time I'll say bye for now.